I checked another Christmas gift off of my list, and it's this mock neck turtleneck for my father-in-law. Let me tell you about it. I'm Mari with Mari Sews, and welcome back. So I made my father-in-law's mock neck turtleneck, and it's a really nice one. But first, I just quickly wanted to let you know that I'm doing a giveaway for a couple of patterns to Mieka's Digital. Go and check out my Burr Baby and giveaway video, and it'll give you all of the details there. My latest make is this one. This is the mock neck sweater that my father-in-law wanted, and I made this one using Kwik Sew 3878. So it's this pattern right here. Now what I did was I used view A here, but I used the longer sleeves, of course. And then because he wanted a mock neck, I actually had to raise the neckline up and then create the little tiny turtleneck action going on. For those of you who haven't actually converted a t-shirt pattern into a turtleneck, it's super simple. So what I did was, this blue line was the original pattern. I went ahead and I rose that so that way when I was looking at it from here, it was a 2.5 inch drop. So this right here was a 2.5 inch drop. I kind of just made a curve, a nice little neat looking curve. Doesn't have to be exact. To make that little mock neck part, that little turtleneck part, this part, what I did was I went in and I measured my pattern pieces. Now, Kwik Sew 3878 comes with a front piece and a back piece. Both are cut on the fold, right? So what I did was I just ran my tape measure right along this little edge here, recorded that number, and then I did the same with the back piece here. So I just, used my tape measure and figured out how long this edge was, added the two together, and then since they're both on the fold, multiplied it by 2. Once I had that, I subtracted 2 inches from it so that way the actual collar could stretch onto the hole and it lays flat. If you don't actually cut the neckband or that mock neck piece shorter than what the actual measurements of the hole are, you'll end up with a pretty floppy looking neckband that's gonna kind of stand away. So you wanna make sure that you are subtracting a bit from it so that way it stretches into place as you're sewing. So another thing.
I'm not sure I understand.
So another thing that I did when I was making this that actually deals with the collar was that with the actual seam allowance on the inside, I went and caught it so that way it lays flat. So you can see here that I cannot flip that seam allowance down. What I did was I zigzagged it right on to this side, and it still stretches, but that seam will not flip up, and it just makes the collar look much neater. Honestly, this pattern right here, it's a pretty good sew. And you can do this entirely on your sewing machine. You don't need a serger to do this pattern. It has a front piece, a back piece, sleeve pieces, and then neckband piece. And I found that it actually fits the guys in my life really well without any alterations, which I'm a little surprised about. So I know that you guys have seen this fabric a lot, so I'm gonna keep this part pretty short and sweet. I picked it up from Fabric Mart. It's a double knit. It's got lots of stretch. One side has this design on it and the other side is a solid gray. And I love it when fabrics are like that actually, because it allows me to really easily just kind of play with the fabric pattern and do some really cool color blocking, and it's always gonna match because, well, it's all the same fabric. I feel kind of bad about this. So let me tell you, one day my father-in-law came over and I was working on his sweater. And since, he had asked me for the sweater, I mean, it wasn't a surprise. He knew he was gonna get one. He just didn't know what it was gonna look like. Well, I asked him to put it on so that way I can check how much it needed to be hemmed, the sleeve length and all of that good stuff to make sure that it fit him nicely. And so He put it on and it fit perfectly. And then I told him to take it off and give it back. So what ended up happening was he got really excited because he got to try on his new sweater and he loved it, but he's not gonna get it until Christmas. I feel a little bad about that. I love it when a project comes together so much more quickly and easier than you had originally thought it would be. And that was this shirt, right? What hasn't been that way are these 5 magic pillowcases that I need to make. You know, those are the pillowcases where you use a burrito method to have all of the enclosed seams. Well, I was going to put these naughty and nice, you know, like vinyl decals on the pillows. And then my iPad that I use for my Cricut died. It just died. So, okay, fine. No naughty and nice, right? And then I checked my fabric order to see where is it because I ordered it like 2 weeks ago. And it's nowhere to be found. So I had to let everybody who had asked for pillowcases know that they're most likely not gonna have them by Christmas. And quite honestly, even if I got the fabric tomorrow, by the time it's all made up and sent out, it's going to be luck if it makes it there by Christmas Eve. Luckily, everyone who requested these pillows are Puerto Rican and they'll get them in time for 3 Kings Day. That I'm pretty certain about. When I get that fabric in, you know I'm gonna let you know. But I'm also planning on doing a short little tutorial to show you how you can make your own magic pillowcases. Just don't hold your breath for that tutorial. So that's my father-in-law's sweater and my pillowcase plans. Let me know if you think it was a little mean that I asked for my sweater back after he tried it on. Or if you think, yeah, of course, he needs to wait until December. By the way, I'm doing a giveaway for free patterns from Mieka's Digital. And if you haven't seen the details, make sure that you check out my Bird Baby video. I'm gonna link to it up above so that way you can go and check it out and enter into the giveaway. Well, until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.